A couple of years ago, I found an old, much prized press pass in the drawer. It was Mikhail Gorbachev. Remember him? He was being given the freedom of Aberdeen in 1993. Those were the days when we genuinely thought the Cold War was a thing of the past. Russia could be our friend. Except, fast forward 25 years, and I'm sitting in the House of Commons listening to our Prime Minister tell Parliament that the intelligence agencies have identified the Russian agents who used a nerve agent, Novichok, a chemical weapon, on the streets of Salisbury. One person is dead, and 4 others were lucky to escape with their lives. But this is not the plot from some secondary spy novel I'm working on in my spare time. No, this is the reality of the 21st century. Russian agents using poison on our streets. Allegations that Vladimir Putin's government might have used social media to influence the European referendum. And the United States, that great historic bulwark of the West's defence against the old Soviet bloc, tearing themselves apart in their own media over whether, to what extent, and just how high up the political ladder Russian influence on the 2016 presidential election might extend. I certainly don't think we'll be hearing anytime soon that Vladimir Putin is to be given the freedom of Aberdeen. And let's be clear, the Salisbury attack is not the first time the Russians have acted to kill an individual in this country. In November 2006, Alexander Litvinenko was murdered in London with a radioactive substance. A radioactive substance in the centre of London. Now, following that inquiry, our MP Tom Ray said, "A slap on the wrist for Russia won't do it." And he described the attack as an assault on our sovereignty. Well, Tom was right then, and he's right now. What we need in this country are stronger sanctions, investigations into just how much Russian money is in this country, what it's being used for, and a clampdown on money laundering. Most of all, this most recent incident in Salisbury exemplifies the need for solidarity with our European allies. Do we honestly think it's a coincidence that all this activity has stepped up just when we are talking about walking away from the EU? No. That's why I believe the UK's access to the European arrest warrant, like the one which has been successfully issued, will be critical in bringing the individuals in the Salisbury incident to justice, just like that one. It is vital to defend the continuation of the European arrest warrant. There's no justification for our access to this instrument of justice being in jeopardy as a result of Brexit. And let's not kid ourselves that we're somehow overreacting. Just ask those living in the states along the west boundary with Russia. States like Finland, Latvia, Estonia. I recently met the Estonian ambassador to the UK. The same Estonian ambassador who told the Scottish Parliament that Russia is a big concern. A concern for the Western world and for us all jointly. Jointly. That's an important word. So there are 2 things which we want in this motion, this party, to call for. A robust response to the Salisbury attack and any other form of interference or threat posed by Russia to the British people or our democratic processes. We want full investigations to be conducted whenever and wherever there's any evidence of that by Russia or any other foreign power. And we want UK access to and involvement in the system of the European arrest warrant to be retained. Preferably, of course, by staying in the EU. But we mustn't lose it under any circumstances. But there's something else. Something which, conference, I'm utterly astonished and appalled that we even have to consider. The same Estonian ambassador I mentioned earlier told the Scottish Parliament, Russia today is an arm of Kremlin propaganda. Think about that. Russia today is an arm of Kremlin propaganda. Now, I've spent a lifetime defending freedom of the press. But that freedom does not extend to media organisations, which have been identified as agents and propaganda tools of the Russian or any other government by international authorities. They should have their broadcasting licences removed in this country immediately. But if our government's going to mess about, and if it's going to take a while, and while they still have those licences, any Scottish Liberal Democrat elected representative, in fact, any person with an interest in Scottish public life or politics, should refuse any request to appear or have any form of commercial relationship with those media organisations. Can you imagine it? Can you really imagine it? Taking money from the Kremlin's propaganda arm. A British politician taking money to appear on a television station set up to spread the Russian word. When Russian agents have just been responsible for the death of a British citizen on British soil, why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? Rather than stand up to the bullying and the interfering in democratic processes which we know the Russian government is undertaking in the West. Why would you do that? Why would you do that rather than support what we want to do, which is precisely to stand up to the bullying and the interference? So conference, please, send a message. Send a message by supporting this motion. Thank you.